Thank you, Gail. Aunt Maisie got the beginnings of emphysema. Her doctors put the fear of death in her over the smoking. She's got a great-grandchild on the way. She wants to see the great-granddaughter be born. She's motivated to stop smoking because she wants to be able to keep up with that toddler when she's running around in those first few months. So when she says, well, why hypnosis to stop smoking? One of the answers is that people who use willpower to stop smoking are successful around 6% of the time. If they add in a self-help book, that's about 7%. If they use the patch or one of those different drugs, that goes all the way up to 9 or 10%. And by the way, that most famous of stop smoking drugs did research on its effectiveness, and part of the protocol was that the person had 26 weekly 15-minute counseling sessions along with the drug. Hypnotherapy goes up to around 60% of effectiveness, and if you add in neurolinguistic programming, which I use, it goes up to about 95% according to the research that's been done. So those are that's a really good reason to suggest hypnotherapy for someone who wants to stop smoking. Another good reason is that using hypnotherapy to stop smoking means there's not going to be any cravings. Someone who's stopping through willpower, they're struggling with that. It's going to be going on for a while. And with hypnotherapy, I know that if somebody's still craving tobacco or smoking, I'm not done with them yet, because when I am done with them, there aren't any cravings. The reason for that is that most of what keeps people smoking is not nicotine, it's the emotional associations, attachments, and habits. And that's where hypnotherapy can be most powerful in just eliminating those, working at the unconscious levels. Secondarily, what about the withdrawal symptoms? My clients don't have withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms are, bear with me, I'm a hypnotherapist, I think weird ways. Withdrawal symptoms are basically an unconscious temper tantrum. Give me what I want or I'll make you miserable. And I had somebody call up after her first session, stop smoking session. She said that she hadn't smoked, but she was thinking about it a lot and that she was really irritable. And as I spoke to her over the phone, I said, hey, I just think of that as temper tantrum. We're going to make sure that we take care of every last consideration of your unconscious mind. So you're absolutely, completely satisfied with being a non-smoker. And as I'm talking to her on the phone, she's getting calmer and calmer. And between that phone conversation and her coming back for her second session a few days later, she was just fine. I know because her mom told me. Mom was there at the phone call and came with her to keep her company at as she came to her second session. Okay. Another big fear that people have when they stop smoking is weight gain. People who stop smoking through willpower and who gained weight have a lot harder time going after dropping the cigarettes a second time because they're scared about the weight gain. My clients don't gain weight unless they just insist on it. One of the reasons people would gain weight after they stop smoking is they're substituting eating for smoking. Not a very good trade-off for the most part. And one of the suggestions I give them is because the food's going to taste better to them, it's going to be more satisfying. And of course, the more satisfied you are, the less you want because you're satisfied. And something as simple as that can help somebody get into normal, regular eating patterns, maybe even a little bit less than before they stop smoking. And there's actually research that shows that people who smoke tend to be heavier than those who do not. And even after they stop, they tend to be, even after someone stops smoking, they tend to be less heavy through time than had they kept smoking. The most powerful thing that I do with people to help them stop smoking is believe they can do it. A lot of times people have a whole lot of notions about addiction and nicotine, and one of the things I might ask them is, well, all right, so you all know about the drug addiction phenomenon where people develop a tolerance to the drug. So they have to keep taking more and more and more heroin to get the high. They have to keep taking more cocaine to get the high. You've been smoking a pack a day for 30 years. How come you don't have to keep escalating to 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs to be able to get the drug satisfaction to relieve the physical withdrawal symptoms? And the answer is, that's not what's really driving the behavior. And once they realize that, it stops being an obstacle in their mind. It's a belief that was getting in their way rather than the physical responses to the nicotine, the physical desires for nicotine. Same sort of thing, another analogy is that research was done that showed that where the researchers put some people who smoked in a stressful situation, a job interview. These job interviewees went in, they sat down, the interviewers offered them a cigarette, but nobody took one. 20 minutes later, after they relaxed, then they would smoke. So the actual sequence of events is stress, relaxation, then smoking. Smoking doesn't help somebody relax, it's just associated with the relaxation. And once someone realizes that, they can let go of it more easily. A great way to introduce me to Aunt Maisie is just tell a few of my stories. Tell her the reasons why hypnotherapy. 95% success rate, no withdrawals, no cravings, no weight gain. And I'll stick with her until she gets what she needs. Unlimited number of sessions. I'm Wesley Anderson, Doctor of Clinical Hypnotherapy.